Have you ever felt like you and your partner are speaking completely different languages? Like you're trying to convey one thing, but they just don't seem to understand? In this video, we're going to explore the key to effective communication in relationships. Welcome to SnapReads, and as someone who has been in a long-term relationship for over 10 years, I know firsthand the challenges of effective communication with a partner. It's not always easy, but it's crucial for building a strong and healthy relationship. So let's dive into some tips and strategies that will help you break down those communication barriers and create deeper connections with your partner. The importance of effective communication in relationships. Effective communication goes beyond just talking. It involves active listening, empathy, and effective expression of thoughts and emotions. It requires the ability to understand and be understood. By mastering the art of communication, you can navigate conflicts, deepen your emotional connection, and foster a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Communication is the backbone of any successful relationship. It not only helps you to express your needs, desires, and concerns, but also allows you to understand your partner on a deeper level. When you communicate effectively, you create a safe space for both partners to express themselves openly and honestly. This leads to greater trust, intimacy, and overall relationship satisfaction. However, when communication breaks down, it can lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, and emotional distance. Poor communication can create resentment, hurt feelings, and a lack of trust. It is essential to recognize the importance of effective communication in maintaining a healthy and happy relationship. Understanding the different communication styles. We all have different ways of communicating, and understanding your partner's communication style is crucial for effective communication. There are various communication styles, including assertive, passive, aggressive, and passive-aggressive. Assertive communication involves expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs in a clear and respectful manner. It allows you to assert yourself while respecting the rights and boundaries of others. Passive communication, on the other hand, involves avoiding conflict and suppressing your own needs and desires. Aggressive communication involves expressing your thoughts and needs in a forceful and disrespectful manner, often disregarding the feelings of others. Passive-aggressive communication involves indirectly expressing your anger or frustration. It is important to recognize your own communication style and that of your partner. By understanding your partner's style, you can adapt your communication approach to foster a more effective and respectful dialogue. Common communication barriers in relationships. Communication barriers can hinder effective communication in relationships. These barriers can include distractions, physical or emotional distance, language barriers, differences in communication styles, and unresolved conflicts. It is essential to identify and address these barriers to create a more open and effective line of communication. Distractions, such as technology or external stressors, can prevent you from fully engaging in a conversation with your partner. It is important to create a communication-friendly environment by eliminating distractions and dedicating quality time to each other. Long-distance relationships. Physical or emotional distance can also create communication barriers, or emotional disconnection can make it challenging to establish a strong line of communication. It is important to make an effort to bridge the gap through regular communication, both through verbal and nonverbal means. Language barriers can also hinder effective communication, especially in multicultural relationships. It is important to be patient, understanding, and willing to learn each other's language to overcome these barriers. Lastly, unresolved conflicts can create a communication breakdown. When past issues are left unresolved, they can resurface and impact your ability to communicate effectively. It is crucial to address conflicts in a timely and respectful manner to maintain a healthy line of communication. Active listening. Key to effective communication. Active listening is a fundamental aspect of effective communication. It involves fully focusing on and understanding what your partner is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Active listening allows you to show empathy, validate your partner's feelings, and respond appropriately. To practice active listening, it is important to give your undivided attention to your partner. Avoid distractions and make eye contact to show that you are fully present. Listen without interrupting and refrain from formulating a response in your mind while your partner is speaking. Instead, focus on understanding their perspective and emotions. Paraphrasing and summarizing what your partner has said can also help ensure that you have understood their message correctly. This shows that you are actively engaged in the conversation and committed to understanding their point of view. Additionally, ask open-ended questions to encourage further discussion and exploration of feelings. By practicing active listening, you create a safe space for your partner to express themselves and feel heard. This not only enhances your communication, but also strengthens the emotional connection in your relationship. Nonverbal communication cues and their impact on relationships. Nonverbal communication plays a significant role in effective communication. It includes body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and gestures. These cues can often convey more meaning than words alone and can significantly impact the message being communicated. Body language, such as posture and gestures, can convey interest, attentiveness, or disengagement. It is important to be aware of your own body language and to interpret your partner's cues accurately. For example, crossed arms or avoiding eye contact can indicate defensiveness or disinterest. On the other hand, open body language, maintaining eye contact, and nodding can demonstrate engagement and attentiveness. Facial expressions and tone of voice can also convey emotions and intentions. Smiling, for instance, can convey warmth and positivity, while a stern tone of voice can indicate frustration or anger. It is important to be mindful of how your nonverbal cues may impact the overall message you are trying to convey. By paying attention to nonverbal cues, you can gain a deeper understanding of your partner's emotions and intentions. This allows for more effective communication and helps to build a stronger connection in your relationship. Building trust through open and honest communication. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and open and honest communication is essential in building and maintaining trust. When you communicate openly and honestly, you demonstrate transparency, vulnerability, and a willingness to be authentic with your partner. Open communication involves expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs openly without fear of judgment or rejection. It requires vulnerability and a willingness to share your true self with your partner. Honest communication involves being truthful and sincere in your interactions, avoiding deception or manipulation. To foster open and honest communication, it is important to create a safe and non-judgmental space for both partners. This involves actively listening, validating each other's feelings, and responding with empathy. It also requires being receptive to feedback and willing to address any concerns or issues that arise. By building trust through open and honest communication, you create a solid foundation for a strong and healthy relationship. Trust allows you to navigate challenges together, support each other, and deepen your emotional connection. Conflict resolution. Communicating effectively during disagreements. Conflicts are inevitable in any relationship, but how you communicate during disagreements can make a significant difference in the outcome. Effective conflict resolution involves expressing your needs and concerns assertively, actively listening to your partner, and finding mutually agreeable solutions. During conflicts, it is important to avoid blame or criticism, and instead focus on expressing your feelings and needs using I statements. I statements allow you to take ownership of your emotions and avoid placing blame on your partner. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," you can say, "I feel unheard when I don't feel like you are actively listening to me." Active listening techniques, such as paraphrasing and summarizing, are also crucial during conflicts. They allow both partners to feel heard and understood, reducing defensiveness and promoting a more constructive dialogue. Finding mutually agreeable solutions involves compromise and a willingness to work together. It is important to approach conflicts as a team and focus on finding solutions that benefit both partners. This requires empathy, understanding, and a commitment to maintaining the overall health and happiness of the relationship. By communicating effectively during conflicts, you can resolve issues in a respectful and constructive manner. This not only strengthens your communication skills, but also reinforces the bond in your relationship. The role of empathy in effective communication. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It plays a vital role in effective communication by allowing you to connect emotionally with your partner, validate their feelings, and respond with compassion. To practice empathy, it is important to put yourself in your partner's shoes and try to understand their perspective and emotions. This requires active listening, open-mindedness, and a non-judgmental attitude. Instead of dismissing or minimizing your partner's feelings, acknowledge their emotions and respond with compassion and understanding. Empathy also involves validating your partner's feelings. Validating means acknowledging and accepting your partner's emotions as valid, even if you may not fully understand or agree with them. It does not mean you have to agree with everything your partner says, but rather that you respect their feelings and experiences. By practicing empathy, you create a safe and supportive environment for your partner to express themselves. This fosters a deeper emotional connection and enhances the overall quality of your communication. Improving communication in long-distance relationships. Long-distance relationships present unique challenges when it comes to communication. The physical distance can make it difficult to establish a strong connection, and the lack of face-to-face interaction can hinder effective communication. However, with the right approach, it is possible to maintain a healthy line of communication and strengthen your connection. To improve communication in long-distance relationships, it is important to establish a regular communication schedule. This provides a sense of routine and allows you to dedicate quality time to each other. Utilize various communication channels, such as video calls, voice messages, and written communication, to maintain a diverse and engaging line of communication. It is also important to be mindful of time zone differences and to be flexible in finding a time that works for both partners. Prioritize active listening and make an effort to understand each other's experiences and emotions, despite the physical distance. Additionally, finding creative ways to connect and share experiences can enhance communication in long-distance relationships. This can include virtual date nights, online activities, or even sending surprise care packages to each other. By actively working on communication and finding ways to bridge the distance, you can maintain a strong and connected relationship even when physically apart. Conclusion: strengthening your relationship through effective communication. Effective communication is the cornerstone of a strong and healthy relationship. By understanding the importance of effective communication, recognizing different communication styles, addressing communication barriers, and practicing active listening, you can build a stronger connection with your partner. Nonverbal communication cues, open and honest communication, conflict resolution skills, empathy, and improved communication in long-distance relationships are all essential components of effective communication. By prioritizing effective communication in your relationship, you can navigate conflicts, deepen your emotional connection, and foster a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Unlock the power of communication and create a relationship that thrives on understanding and connection.